All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give our honor and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rekah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Okay. Real quick, another screenshot, as I call it, wise screenshots, that just kind of, gets along with the spirit, towards these last days. And it says, as you see here, it's from Sun Tzu. Okay, it says, plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Okay, and if you know anything about this truth, we're planning for what's difficult, man. We're planning for what's coming. We getting together, our minds, getting our bodies, getting our minds ready, for the said perils to come. And that's going to be difficult for this world. But for the ones that Yahawashi, has chosen, they're not going to be a walk in the park, but it's going to definitely, they're going to have some help. And this what part of that planning is, man. Calling on Yahawashi, repenting, and turning back to our true power, which is Yahawah, okay, who they ignorantly call God, and Yahawashi, his son, his only begotten son, who they ignorantly call Jesus, okay. Returning back to them, okay, with a contrite spirit, a contrite heart, roughly paraphrasing. But, coming back them and acknowledging our ways that we, in our offenses, man, that we went off. Okay, but plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Okay, let me read that again. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Okay. And we're planning for the said perils to come, but right now, how we doing it? We storing up treasure, okay? We're doing the truth right now. We preaching, and doing the work, being instant in season and out of season, okay? Doing the work of the Lord. That's what's gonna set us up, okay? That's the plan. That treasure laid up in heaven is gonna, is gonna be, Lord willing, is gonna be, something that we can get, we stacked up, and that it's going to pay off. Okay, Jake in the world like to work and stack up vacation time, so they can go to goddamn Cancun and Papua New Guinea. We ourselves are laying up treasure in heaven, so we can, Lord willing, be of that number. But that treasure that works, okay, is going to follow us. It's going to follow us into the all the way into the end, unto the next life. Okay, it said our words do, and their words do follow them. Okay, speaking about the dead, but how much more the dead, than how much more the living? Okay, the ones that died, him Mashiach, I was talking about, right? That scripture. But how much more us, man? Okay, let's get this real quick. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Let me see something real quick. All right, Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Thought I could go up a little bit. Okay, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Okay, and this is what we're doing in this ministry. As we put the groundwork in, we're laying up treasures, okay? We're pleasing the Spirit. We're pleasing Yahawashi, okay? Where the neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, okay? So we laying up that treasure is going to be, we always like to say that's a spiritual bank account. The more work you do here in the body, in the flesh, okay, through the Spirit, that's being laid up. That's being laid up for the elect, because the elect is the 144,000 is going to be doing that work, laying the groundwork. Okay, not laying the ground, building on the other foundation. We have into the other man's labor. Continuing that building. Okay, doing what we got to do. All right. Blessed is he. Just trying to paraphrase so it can pop up. It's like him. Okay, beautiful. Matthew 24, verse 46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find doing so. Okay? This is what it is, man. We're planning. This is what the doing is. We're planning for what is difficult. Okay? Because the severe perils is going to come, famines, pestilence, woes. Okay? Esau, Edom, another one. That's a pestilent, and it's a pestilent fellow in itself. Okay? And this is easy to do, man, right now. This is easy to do. Okay? Right now, we're not being oppressed. Okay, we are oppressed, right? But I'm talking about Jake can get up and go, and preach this truth without being ran down on, okay? That time is coming, okay? The famine of the word is coming, but right now is very easy right now, okay? Yahawashi. So right now, you got to lay up everything you can right now, because in that time of trouble, the Lord ain't going to have his men out there, okay? The Lord going to draw his mouth, which are the prophets, away from the highways and byways, okay? So right now, this is the time to get, this is the time to continuously, continuously get that work in, plan, plan through the spirit, plan and getting more treasure, planning for what is difficult, all right? While it's easy, do what is great while it is small, okay? And this is great right now, okay? Because it doesn't seem like, let me go to Wisdom of Solomon. To these people, it doesn't seem like something, that's important, that's of importance right now, man. But guess what? It very is, all right? Real quick, let me go here. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with fear, or they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounting his life madness. Okay, this is gonna be Esau and these other nations, and so-called and also the 2/3. Okay, we fools accounting his life madness, and his end to be without honor. Okay, it says, do what is great while it is small. Okay, this is something great that we're doing right now, and it's small, meaning it hasn't, it hasn't become this thing where, and it is becoming, but it hasn't become this thing where we're treated, unfairly. We're treated, harshly. Okay, like some of the men, having to go to the chopping block, the guillotines. Okay, a lot of the men being cast into prison. Okay, some of the men having to run from these people. Okay, and get away from these people, and being demonized. Okay. Okay, it says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Okay. Verse 4, we fools account his life madness, and his end to be without honor. Okay, and that honor is that great part. Okay, do what is great. Okay, while it is small, that they're doing the truth. Being doing the works in and out. Okay, all right, that's what's going to give you that honor. That the Lord Yahawashi is going to give you the honor for your works. Okay, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahawah, and his lot is among the saints? Okay, beautiful. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us. The light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Okay, we wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord Yahawah, we have not known it. Okay. Okay, just let me jump down real quick. Okay, verse 14, for the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind. like a thin froth that is driven away with the storm, like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest and passes away, as the remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day, but the righteous, live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord Yahawah, and the care of them is with the Most High. Okay? Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hands. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. Okay? So, it said, but the righteous, verse 15, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward is also with the Lord Yahawashi, and the care of them is with the Most High. Okay, so that's going to be the people that's planning what is, that's doing the mission right now. Okay, right now, and laying, doing the works. Okay, doing the works and laying the groundwork. Okay, continuously laying the groundwork, and while it's easy. Okay, because it's easy for Jake to just, go off and do what they want to do, and be, living in their pleasures and their lusts, okay, wanting to be a part of this world and wanting to be a part of this world and just not wanting to do, the righteous works, okay. To this seems like it has no payout, okay. Jake don't like to be doing nothing that doesn't have a, because Jake's selfish, man. Jake don't like to do nothing that don't have a payout, okay. Jake is all about me, okay? But this is the thing. The elect is going to be in this mindset. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy, okay? Do what is great while it is small, okay? And right now, all the people that come against the prophets, it doesn't seem like something, a job that the average person didn't. It's not a job the average person wants to do. Okay, and the average person can't do this job, okay, because it comes with persecution, okay, it comes with a lot of shit, man, okay, all right. It says do what is great while it is small, okay, and we're doing what is great while it is small right now, because we don't have that honor right now, okay, we don't have, but what is the great part of it is that we do have the Spirit of the Lord Yahawashi on our side, Lord willing. We do have him on our side, and he's watching over us, and he soon, will come to save his elect. All right, Lord will be of that number. Okay, so we are doing what is great, but right now in the season it will be called small because we haven't been elevated. We haven't been, the Lord hasn't put that crown upon our hands for these fucking jakes, that come in the spirit of Esau. They are their fathers of the devil. They don't have the spirit to see what's going on. They're looking through the flesh and the carnal right now. They don't have the spirit to see that the Lord has got, a great thing going on right now, and it's building right amongst their eyes, man. The brother you always say, man, this is a private meeting in public. Okay, it's a private meeting in public, man. The men are being built. The tabernacles of David. Okay, the house of David is being built right now in these last days, okay? Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small, okay? And what we're doing is we ordering our steps. We're aligning our life up to Yahawashi, okay? And right now it's easy to do because we're not being persecuted. We don't have things coming at us right now. Yes, we still deal with ailments and diseases and stuff like that, and our plagues and, mines and stuff like that. And yeah, we still deal with two-third jakes. But at the end of the day, you able to go home and you can get you a goddamn, a piece of watermelon, okay? You can go home and relax, kick your feet up after the work is done, So right now it is easy. But that's why you got to punch all that work in, man. That's why you got to punch the work in and keep going and keep enduring, okay? So yeah, man, let me think of any scriptures or anything else I could probably add to that. But no, that's pretty much it, man. Lord willing, was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom, call on Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Quadash, and double honors to the apostles and others, great millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.